In a system already broken and under strain from the distribution of benefits to illegal migrants, Nadine Jean Baptiste's fraud was a flagrant abuse of power and trust. Her reckless disregard for boundaries left a mark on the lives of people who could least afford it. Take a listen to this.
DHS supervisor and her daughter could face up to 20 years in prison after investigators say the two were part of a SNAP benefit fraud scheme. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez joins us live now to go over the allegations. Alex.
Well, Kayla and Kim, the DHS supervisor and her daughter are accused of stealing the personal information of hundreds of people to access their SNAP benefits and use them to buy groceries.
Now that is audacious, right? And we'll get back to the news clip. But keep in mind that she was a DHS supervisor and she stole food from the mouths of those who had no one else to turn to. And it didn't appear, or allegedly, it didn't appear that she even cared that every time she swiped the card, she was being tracked. I'm speechless. And of course, I feel some type of way. Like I'm offended. Like this is personal for me. What are we doing here in our society, taking from the mouths of those who really are down on their luck and children? But keep in mind, as always, everything we say here today is alleged and my personal opinion based on public record and information available to the public. You know, guys, we live in that society where everything is logged and every fraudulent transaction that she made was recorded. She thought she could outrun the digital paper trail, I'm guessing. So take a listen to this.
Surveillance footage from several stores across Rhode Island captured the moments federal investigators believe DHS supervisor Nadine Jean Baptiste and her daughter Octavia Baptiste purposely used others' EBT cards to buy their own groceries. The Rhode Island Office of Internal Audit started looking into the matter last year after receiving complaints on their fraud hotline. Investigators uncovered a years-long scheme that could date back as far as 2020. The complaint says Nadine, who's been a DHS principal clerk since 2013, would access SNAP recipients' personal information to check EBT card balances and change the PINs in order to use the cards.
So this is just a symptom of a larger problem. Baptiste's story is just one of many of greed and arrogance, and it also reflects a larger problem. So the system that was meant to protect the most vulnerable, like children, the homeless, or those down on their luck, are being abused from the inside. And the public's growing indifference to where their tax dollars are going, particularly in light of benefits being given to illegal migrants, have made it easier, in my opinion, for someone like Baptiste to slip through the cracks.
Records show her daughter was doing the same thing. The U.S. District Attorney's Office of Rhode Island believes they both accessed hundreds of cards valued at around $191,000. The victims often being homeless, in jail, or even kids. A mother of an 8-year-old child told investigators she's been having problems getting benefits in Florida because her son's identity was being used in Rhode Island. Nadine and Octavia are each facing a number of federal charges, including aggravated identity theft and illegal acquisition or use of SNAP benefits. Nadine appeared in federal court after being arrested at work Tuesday. An arrest warrant is still out for her daughter, Octavia.
I'm just speechless because I know that people steal all the time. We know there's fraud more than it's ever been in today's society. But Nadine Baptiste actually oversaw the allocation of food stamp benefits and didn't just commit the run-of-the-mill fraud. She took it to a whole new level of obscurity, like turning a vital necessity into her personal ATM. Like imagine thinking that you are operating under obscurity as if no one would ever notice the sheer ridiculousness of the scheme that she and her daughter were running. I just think that these series of actions are so reckless and shameful. And imagine thinking that you're going to just get away with it. You can walk into stores, swipe the food stamp cards. So apparently and allegedly, they were changing the PIN numbers from the database inside because they had access to it. At least the mother had access to people's personal information. So imagine thinking you're going to get away with this. This is a lot, guys. So thank you, as always, for tuning in to Southern Confidential. And for more on stories like these, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And let me know what you think about this story because it's left me dumbstruck. See you guys next time.